What's good, YouTube? It's Sam and aka NoWayJeric. Actually, what's good, YouTube? It's NoWayJeric, and I'm back with another video. Today, this is my full console settings only PS5. This is not for most of you PC. I mean, you could use these settings on PC if you have one, but this is mostly just for console because I know PC is different with how y'all do your settings. But yeah, today this is all of my settings. I know a lot of you have been asking about this on my TikTok, at work, everywhere on my YouTube. But yeah, these are my console only settings. There's a lot of these like back in the day, COD used to be simple. Like pretty much you just load and play the game. You might be tactical, you might be stick and move, but now it's just way different with how many settings with wars limit implements and all that. But anyways, today, not today, I have a DualSense Edge controller for PS5. So it comes with two paddles. You can adjust the triggers. That's what I do. I use my right stick to jump, as you can see. I slide with X on my right paddle, and then I melee with circle. I don't really. I mean, I do melee, but yeah. Everything else pretty much normal. Shoot, aim with the L2, R2, grenades R1, flashes L1. Pretty simple. I mean, nothing too crazy. I know the jump on the R3 is kind of be like weird, but like especially if you don't have paddles, bro. Jumping on R3 makes your life so much better. I forgot. I think it is stick and move where you do. Trying to find it. Oh yeah, it is stick and move when you jump with R3. Jump with R3, bro. I'm telling you, it's gonna make your life feel so much more better if you don't have like paddles. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to take your finger off the stick to jump. But yeah, I would definitely try playing with even try and stick and move, but definitely jumping with R3. I've been jumping with R3 since like I think NW19 or something. But definitely stick layout the same. Horizontal and vertical stick sensitivity, I have this on 1.6 for both. I don't really mess with this. Before they did the change, I was on 7.7, and I heard this is basically what 7.7 is 1.6 for both. So two, none of this, none of this. This is all like preset stuff. You want to have your settings bot like, but yeah, don't mess with that. Vibration off, trigger effect off. Obviously, I don't want to. I don't. The only part I know for sure that plays with vibration is Kenny because he says it makes it more intense. But for me personally, I wouldn't recommend it. Trigger effects, obviously, this is for PS5 for sure. If you have like dead or haptic feedback and all that, I don't really use that personally. These are my dead zones. This is big. So basically, the left stick minimum. Um, you would want to go higher if your stick has stick drift. So I have a new left stick that I bought, a stick module, so I have mine on two. You can bump it down to 1.0 if you want, but personally I have mine on two. Just I could put it at zero, but I'm used to it being on two and three because for my old left stick. So and I broke these in recently too. So yeah, I have mine on two. You can put it down to zero if you don't have any stick drift. I don't know about y'all, but I be clearing my controller sticks hard. So I have this on two. But basically just like decreases like how much input it takes to like actually move up. So yeah, you always want to put this on the lowest it can be until you start seeing stick drift, which just says the note obviously. But left stick I have it on 80. This 80. I think 80 is a good like balance for me to go left. Right stick you don't really need to do that much. I have mine on three. I have a little bit. I have not a little bit. I have like a decent amount of stick drift on my right stick. Like in any game, it'll just start moving. So I have mine on three. You can bump it down if you want, but yeah, obviously, like I can't even go really down right for real because I have stick drift. So yeah, I would definitely put mine if you have stick drift like in between three and like six, three and seven. Left or L2 button dead zone. I have this turned down all the way to zero. R2 button dead zone all the way to zero. This basically is like how much less pressure it is to click L2 and R2. So I have all these turned down to zero because you don't want any type of delay, input delay on pressing these buttons because obviously this is to aim and shoot. So put all this to zero. Aiming, I have aiming sensitivity multiplier. I have all these turned down. I don't really mess with any of these. These are like if you want like your stick sensitivity when you're aiming down, when you're ADSing to be turned down. So I don't touch any of that. Y'all can. Aiming advanced settings. This is huge right here. Look inversion, not no big deal. I'll keep all this on standard. Aim ADS sensitivity transition timing. ADS sensitivity transition timing. This is huge because for pretty much default on this game they put on gradual. But instant is the way to go. Instant will make you like applying your ADS so much quicker. So put that on instant. Like most people don't have this on gradual because that's just the setting to have it on. But instant is the way to go. There's aim response curve type. I know some of y'all don't really know about this. Dynamic is the best aim assist aim response curve types of all time. This has made people, even like me, be able to like shoot and beam. This basically makes it to where like your fast movement when you're slowing down, like it slows down to that aiming rate. It's like turn off standard. Do not linear is good, but dynamic is for sure the way to go. Dynamic makes you the snap way easier. It makes the ADS slow down speed so much more easier when you're playing dynamic, and this is the setting everybody has on. Obviously, trigger aim assist on. If you turn this off, you're a bot. Motion sensor advanced setting. I turned this. You can turn this off, but I had this on. This is FOV sensitivity scaling. I have this turned on. You can turn this off, but I heard some people turn it off because it basically makes it to where like the the scale proportion is like scaled down to the ADS zoom level. So I just turned it on because I want my thing to be like scaled down when I'm ADSing. But you can turn this off. All this I don't touch. When movement huge. It's tactical sprint aim assist. I have this turned on. Not on and off. I have this on tactical sprint assist because it basically makes it to where your forward movement will activate the tactical sprint. If you don't have it on, you will have to double click your stick. If you don't have this turned on, you basically have to double click your stick, and that will just make your movement way more slower, way more clunky, way more like less satisfying to actually just go forward with the sprint rather than click it twice. So have this turned on all the way. Like if you don't have this turned on, like you're not gonna be moving nowhere near as fast. Mental assist off, crouch assist off. Corner slice basically it's like Rainbow Six where like corner slice have this turned on. Basically this is where like when you're in by a corner by a door like and your gun goes sideways. Basically just turn that on. It kind of like makes it for me personally I have this on because like it kind of reminds me of Rainbow and it kind of like helps with my aim. You can turn this off if it doesn't, but personally I have it on. I kind of like corner slice. All right, bro. I don't know what the hell that was, but slide dive behavior. I would recommend most of y'all to turn this on slide only, so you don't have any dives. Because sometimes if you do try setting out, you might have trouble like getting used to clicking your stick. Because you click your stick and you slide, you're gonna dive. If you don't click your stick and you just slide, clicking your stick. I mean like going forward and sprinting, like clicking your stick. If you have this on hybrid, you're gonna dive. If you don't click your stick, you're gonna slide. So basically I would practice with hybrid first for a couple of hours, play some games with it. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, if it makes you feel like you're diving everywhere, turn this off. Slide only is the best setting for sliding because you basically have the least input delay when you're sliding only. Um, you're not gonna be able to dive obviously because it disables the dive, but it has the least input delay when you're sliding across the map. So I would basically have slide only on if you don't want to dive anywhere, and hybrid if you do want to dive. Because diving is diving is like a cool mechanic, but it's not needed, especially in like rank play and higher like ranked divisions. Like nobody's really be like diving at you like that. Like nobody really is like. Basically, you're a free kill if you do that. Like I'm not gonna lie, I don't really dive like that. I I do to look like flashy and cool and the aesthetic of it, I guess. Like you feel more correct, but like you don't need to be diving anywhere, bro. I would definitely recommend slide only. Um, automatic airborne mantle I have on. Basically just makes your mantles more faster, like in BO4, I guess. Sword restore on. Turn this all the way on. Like don't ever turn this off. You turn this off, you're about like slide maintain sprint always on at that. Movement advancement settings. I have auto move forward on. You can turn it on, but it kind of will make your movement kind of like hell. Like it'll make your movement faster, but I guess like less controllable if that makes sense. So I have auto move forward off. I have auto door peak off, and then I have tactical sprint activation. This is huge. I have single tap sprint. Basically, if you have single tap run, I think you get like that little run animation before you sprint, which is good also if you're an AR or solo player. But I have single tap sprint on because I basically with the on movement, it feels better to slide with the sprint rather than just like running and sprinting because like I feel like you can slide in I guess like multiple directions when you have single tap sprint on. If you have single tap run on, you're gonna be moving, but you're not gonna be moving as fast as somebody with sprint on. Like if you're on Skyline, which is like a bang out map in this game, and you're an AR player, most people gonna have single tap sprint on to get that advantage over you because you have run on. Like single tap run is great for Warzone. I'm not gonna lie, it is amazing for Warzone because you're not gonna be like into that many gunfights all the time. You're gonna be like running around looting, obviously. But single tap sprint is the best setting if you want to move around, slide quicker, feel fast and flashy on the map. Single tap sprint is the way to go. I would not do single tap sprint on ranked, but single tap sprint. Um, is the way to go for sure. Sprinting door bash obviously on. Yeah, I don't know why you turn that off. This is all like Warzone stuff, and I don't be going in no vehicles during Warzone. That no, I'm not doing that. Combat. This is pretty much all the same. All this on hold, aim downside hold, weapon mount activation, ADS plus melee. Um, what else? Dedicated. There's no mounting in rank 2, by the way, so I don't even know why you change that. Body shield finishing move. I have on prioritize finishing move. Basically, that means like when you hold somebody and you double tap like for me it's circle the melee. You'll get them in that animation where you like have them as a body shield and you can like you know what I'm saying my slogan. But anyways, but yeah, prioritize finishing move just to like double tap easily to get body shields. But you can turn this off. You can turn it on whatever way you want. It's obviously up to preference. Like I enjoy finishing move personally because it's quicker. You just press circle and then you can double tap to get the body shield. This is really just Warzone settings, so I'm gonna play all of that. This is really just personal preference. I don't think I have anything turned on this. I don't think I have anything turned on right here. And now we get to graphics. This honestly depends on like what monitor you have. I have a 120. Most PS5 ranked players have 120 monitors. Or a lot of people have 120 hertz monitors for combat. I have my brightness turned up because my monitor is kind of dim. But honestly, you can turn this up to like 55, 60. I feel like the game is kind of dim, especially if you're playing on like any type of monitor. So I would turn the brightness just a tad bit, like maybe like 54, 55, maybe 60. But I have mine on 62. I feel like this is my best setting. Motion blur, all of this, depth of field off. I don't know why anybody would play these settings. I have somebody that plays with these settings and their game looks ugly as hell. Like watching them play, watching this dude play makes me want to throw up. I'm not gonna throw up. This basically like it just makes your screen blurry when you're turning around. Like it makes everything around you blurry when it's out of focus. Don't have any of this on. This is gonna mess you up playing COD and playing ranked. Like any game mode. It just I don't understand people have want to have their screen blurry, but if you do, that's all right. I can't do that. I think that shit is horrible. I think watching motion blur games is just ugly. I turn off motion blur in all my games, bro. I do not like motion blur, but sorry, my little rant. Depth of field off. Obviously, it just makes it blur out of focus. Fidelity cast. I have this off. Fidelity cast strength on 90. I don't really have to touch that. On extra texture streaming, I have on minimal, but you can turn this on optimize wherever you feel like. If you want like high quality texture during your game, I have it on minimal. I just do the essential, must-have like textures to run my game. I don't want to do over the top. View, I have my FOV on 100. Honestly, anything between 95 and 100 is like the best for me. So usually I was on 97, I went up 98, and I went up 100. So when you bump it up to 115, or I think it's when you bump it up above 105, you lose aim assist during the game. Not like crazy, but it could be a little bit noticeable if you're playing. If you want to have that cracked out Warzone like FOV when you're playing ranked, go ahead. Like I think that shit's cool, but I have mine turned down. When I'm playing Warzone, I bump it up to like 107, 110. But when I'm playing multiplayer, I just have it on 100. I think ADS FOV, I have it on affected. Independent used to be good back in the day if you're like a slower AR player, because it basically like zooms in the affected value when you're aiming in. But affected is it zooms like the field of view like to its usual value. It doesn't like zoom in closer when you're aiming in. So affected is like the best way to go. AR sub, slow, fast. Like definitely use affected. Do not use independent. I think weapon view, FOV I have it on default. You can honestly do anything you want. I wouldn't do narrow because you're gonna look big as hell. But default or wide, I would go. Movement, I have this on least. I don't want my screen shaking when somebody's dropping a hellstorm. Pretty much anything, like if I'm playing pubs and somebody's dropping a chopper gunner, I don't want my screen shaking to oblivion, like just watching this dude just rain down hell on me. Like I'm not trying to have my screen looking like a damn earthquake. So I have this on least 50, just to stop all that camera movement, all that camera motion. And for the flashbang, I have mine on black. I'm not trying to be blinded by the actual flashbang in the game, the screen turning white. So I have mine on inverted. So that's graphics. Audio have 100, 100, obviously. All this off. I don't need all of that. I don't have the enhanced headphone mode. Honestly, the worst it's ever been. We have a perk called Ninja that doesn't work. I don't know how they made that happen, but we have a perk in the game called Ninja that silences your movement and it doesn't silence your movement. I don't know. Audio mix on Sucker Punch just basically increases like the audio. And who the hell is him up? Yo, This nigga Sarah's in my lobby, bro. What are you doing?
Bro,
Oh
I
my
promise y'all,
god,
I did not
bro.
see this dude in my
Bro,
lobby the whole time. Y'all gonna be like, you just saw dude? I did not see you, bro. But shout out Sarah, my fucking
bro,
brother.
get
Love you,
out
dude.
my lobby, bro. Bro. Yo, this nigga's dumb as. I just noticed this nigga. How long you been in here? Nah, that's crazy. That's insane. Sucker Punch basically is like the best settings. Just trust me. I don't even have to go into detail. This is basically. It used to be Heaven's Bass Boost, but Sucker Punch is the best settings to sound whore and to hear everything tighter. Mono audio off, all this license music off, all this off. Hit market preset sound, I have that on. Voice chat, obviously, just 26, 20. Obviously, that's nothing crazy. That's all preference right here. Interface, I have my Packalas and Wi-Fi on. Color customization. This is huge right here. I have mine as yellow, like me, as like a bright yellow, so I can see where I'm at. My team on blue. If I'm partying up, I have green, and then my enemy pink. Now, this is all personal preference for that. If you're colorblind, if you see black and white, this is all preference. I have mine on pink. I think pink. I think pink is a bright color to see enemies with. I obviously like red is like probably the best one, but for me, I did pink this year. I used to do red, but for me, I think pink is the one that works out best for me. But you could honestly do any bright color here. Yellow. I wouldn't recommend like black because you really can't see nothing. But red, yellow, purple, pink, whatever you need to see the enemies the brightest it can be. I would recommend that color. For me, it's pink. Neutral, white, contested yellow. This is really nothing, but obviously these four right here are all personal. Color filter on two, just to see like, or it's basically like a filter to apply the colors with, and I put mine on two. And then world color and then interface color intensity all on 100, just to make it more brighter. This is huge right here because most people don't understand this, but it basically just shows you what you need to see in the margins in your TV, like nothing outer. Like if you make this bigger, it might mess with your frames in the game, but if you make this tighter, like it's not gonna mess up any frames. You're gonna get everything you need in that value. HUD presets, I have this on standard. You can honestly go magnify to see better. I know some people use this, but I have this on standard. Mini map shift on square. Always put this on. If you put this on square, you can see more of the mini map, and the mini map will be bigger. Obviously, if you see round right here, you're not gonna really see that much, but square definitely is the way to go. Friends, I have my center dot, my crosshair on center dot, and I have it like a bright green. I use this on pretty much all these FPS games, even Rivals. I have like a bright green. You can basically do anything. You can do static. You can do on. I do center dot because it's basically just like a fixed dot on your screen. But honestly, I used to use on. I think on might be the second best one, but I have mine's on bright green and then larger, of course. I don't do largest. Largest is like kind of really big, but I have mine's on larger. All this visuals, all this personal preference. Always had this on 100. They had like a setting where like they had this shit turned down, but I'll have all these on 100. I think that's it, honestly. Yeah, these are basically my settings for Black Ops 6. This really doesn't change that often unless something new comes out. But yeah, these are all my settings. You can stop, take a picture. Again, this is my settings video. I hope y'all enjoy. Comment down below what y'all be using, what kind of different settings y'all be using. But other than that, I'm NoWayJeric. Like, comment, subscribe. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Comment what else y'all want to see. I might drop a top 10 tips and tricks how to get better at rank play and all that. But yeah, I'm NoWayJeric, and y'all boys take it easy.